Titus, man. Please, I'll do the
Tawaza.
job. I'll do the job for Tawaza. I'll do it. No. Well, I mean, that's an honor. I think that any fledgling wrestler dreams about doing jobs in the Tokyo Dome at some point. I mean,
I fall asleep.
and the jobs?
Yeah.
Everyone's got to start somewhere. Pretty much.
And then it's off to the Thunderdome.
Where 2 men enter.
2 men enter. 1 man leaves.
It's a long, wild journey where life takes us somewhere. Whether you're a pro wrestler or someone working on the railroad. Yes.
Calling great balls of fire.
Wild ride. What was that name you thought of earlier that we did?
Yelling at
Yelling at
Trains.
Trains. Yes. WWE presents Yelling at Trains coming in 2018.
It's just like an old man yells at cloud.
Well, yes, it's like that, except anybody can yell at Trains. I mean, there's no more divas anymore. Everyone's superstars. They can all yell at Trains. The Bears are ridiculous.
What? This Monday night?
Speaking of getting torn down. As soon as Daniel Bryan returned to SmackDown Live this week, snatched that briefcase away from her and suspended it once again high above the ring for next week's SmackDown, where the controversial outcome of the Money in the Bank ladder match from this past Sunday was overturned for the first time ever.
James Ellsworth snaking his way into the match, climbing the ladder, unhooking the briefcase, and giving it to Carmella. Daniel Bryan didn't want it. I don't think Shane McMahon wanted it. He wasn't on TV, but
I'm sure he was upset too.
all of them upset.
Absolutely.
And a good chunk of the internet.
How did you feel about it? Were you upset?
I was a little upset, but I was like, it gets tons of heat on both of them, and I kind of wanted Carmella to win it anyways, so I was like, okay. I was alright with it, even though it is kind of shitty that it's like the first match and they did that.
Agreed.
But I feel like pretty much just judging on the past women's first matches they've had, other than the Sasha versus Bayley Iron Man match,
Right.
like they've mostly had kind of screwy stuff
That's
involved
true.
in them,
That's absolutely
which
true.
has been kind of disappointing. I want just like 2 women to just go head to head, or 5 in a ladder match,
Right.
and just have it be an epic match with an awesome finish.
It's an excellent point. I mean, even looking at Naomi, the current SmackDown Live Women's Champion, basically every time she gets a title defense, there's some sort of skullduggery afoot. You remember that excellent match she had going on with Charlotte, which basically got thrown out the window because of an interference. I realize that she's been the champion for a couple of months now, but that title reign isn't as effective in developing her as a top-tier talent and as a champion as it could be because of these kind of weird defenses. This is an opportunity to showcase her ability and maybe have her beat a couple people straight up. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a safe bet. Definitely don't book kendo stick on a pole match.
Well, that goes without saying. I feel like the viewers of this show are intelligent enough and watch wrestling and our show enough that we don't have to go into the minute detail things that are patently obvious.
No.
And that sort of thing, no. But luckily since then, we haven't had as much crummy content on WWE TV. And
No, it's all been pretty good.
yeah, not bad. It's steadily
For the most
improving,
part.
steadily improving. Thanks partially to the Titus brand, of course.
And his growing, I guess, portfolio of superstars.
That's right. An international cadre of top-tier athletes.
Tawaza. Apollo Crews.
Possibly Sasha Banks.
Yeah, possibly.
Yes. Sasha Banks is a merch-selling machine.
Yeah.
It just occurred to me earlier today that I don't think any woman in wrestling history has moved merch like Sasha Banks.
What about Bayley though?
Yeah, that I'm a Hugger shirt's really popular.
Yeah, and I think they do still sell like the wristbands and bands. and
That's
all
a
that.
really good point, yeah. You're right.
The whole cosplay. It's like John Cena. They got the whole cosplay right there for you.
Same with Sasha though. You got the legit boss.
You're right.
And the glasses and the all.
But you can't like really do her outfit as much. Well, I guess you could just like get a shirt. But.
And wear booty shorts on. And kick pads. Speaking of booty shorts, Peyton Royce new costume.
Looking good.
Yeah. No. And the match was good as well. This past week on NXT, Ember Moon came back and won with authority, pinning Peyton Royce after she hit her with Eclipse.
Hopefully not giving her another stinger.
No, I hope. Well, it was Billy Kay who took Stinger last time.
Oh, right.
Yeah, hopefully not another Stinger though.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
That would be rather unfortunate.
Getting hit with a Stinger this past week on NXT was none other than Cassius Ohno. After he squared off with his old buddy, Aleister Black, he was left looking up at the lights after he got hit with Fade to Black. Is that what his finish is called?
Black Mass.
Black Mass, yes.
Yeah. For the 1, 2, 3.
It was the first time we've got a chance to see Aleister Black really kind of flex his skills as a fully developed superstar, where all of his previous matches were for the most part just a single kick or two, and that was that. You got a chance to show some emotion, some facial expressions, and I think Cassius Ohno was the right person for his first match.
Yeah, it took his former partner to bring out the human side of him, whereas he was cold and calculated when he didn't have to use. He was only using 20% of his full power.
That's right. And that wasn't his final form.
No.
Not even close.
No.
It's several forms to go.
Cassius Ohno don't even know the capabilities
No.
of Aleister Black.
Nor do we. But I have a feeling we're going to find out steadily as the year goes on. This is a guy who's developing pretty quickly into sort of like an Asuka type of superstar. Just an unbeatable martial artist.
Basically.
Just a matter of time before he goes up against the NXT champion, whoever that might be. And speaking of the NXT champion, he was in a little altercation.
With Roddy Strong. Talking about the man's wife.
And his baby.
No. Roddy's a family man. He's gonna fight for his family.
No
And he's
question
gonna
about it.
win.
Yep, no, he's just gonna throw down.
He's the one in 5.
Would you care to elaborate on this, Dave? 1 in 5. What exactly do you mean by that?
I would actually care not to. I can't recall these actions taking place.
Moving right along. Also on NXT this week, we got to see Percy, the color commentator for NXT, finally come out of his shell a little bit, open up, and for the first time, I thought, deliver a pretty good performance as a commentator.
Yeah.
It wasn't glaringly bad, at least.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't David Otunga.
No. Who haven't missed one bit. No, he'll be back. Don't say that. We won't get Booker forever, unfortunately.
Oh, I wish we could.
I know, Booker's so great.
He's looking real jacked, baby.
Real Jack, baby. Looking good. 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 I think that more or less summarizes NXT. Going back to the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, the men's ladder match, the finish to that was a lot more straightforward.
Oh my goodness. Just that moment, Shinsuke alone in the ring, climbing up to the ladder. He looks up, and then a hand, AJ Styles' hand, grabs the ladder from the other side.
City.
Oh my goodness, that stare down through the ladder, that perfect shot. It was like they knew that they wanted to use that shot in like fucking
Promotional
highlight
footage
reels.
for years to come.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. That moment right there is the one that we've been talking about on this show ever since we prophesized the forthcoming of Styles and Nakamura.
The
on
rumblings.
Yeah, on that chilly rooftop back in 2016.
And I mean, Gallows and Anderson got here a lot sooner.
They did.
Well, they got here after AJ, but before Shinsuke? Or no? Was he in NXT before?
I thought Nakamura came first out of all of them to NXT. And then Gallows and Anderson, then Styles.
Was it?
I'm not sure either. It's trivial. Minutia. Not important.
No, not at all.
But what was important was the outcome of the Money in the Bank ladder match. Where the now so-called Big Briefcase walked
Man
away.
of many titles.
Many titles. A man who does not need abs to become WWE champion.
No, all he needs is an opportunity.
That's right.
A contract.
Against the Maharaja of WWE. A man who's a lot of abs.
A lot of abs, a lot of veins,
And that WWE gold.
a lot of Singh brothers.
Yes, all two of them.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll be like the Dudleys. Just the Singhs. There'll be like tons of them.
Lots of things.
Yeah.
And it'll be like the Dudleys where they won't all be Punjabi either. There'll be various different races.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I'd like to volunteer.
Did you be a Singh brother?
Yeah.
Which Singh would you be? I think your first name has to start with an S, it seems like.
Yeah, you're right.
Because there's Sunil and Samir.
It's tough.
I mean,
We'll have to work it over in the creative.
you could be
board.
Sarjeet
Oh,
or Sanjay.
I do like Sanj.
You could be Sukhdev.
Dave.
Anything with David? Okay. Sukhdev Singh will now be your de facto Punjabi name.
Yes, I love it.
You heard it here first.
And then I can get dunked by Randy Orton on my neck.
They probably get paid good money for that.
Yeah,
For taking those really stiff bumps.
definitely. I wonder how much. I should ask Bruce
I was
Prichard.
just gonna say. Ask Conrad, and then Conrad will ask Bruce.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Bruce won't answer.
Or I'll buy a shirt.
Yeah, when we get on the
Be
phone
like,
with Bruce.
"Fuck you."
How much do the Singh brothers make? I don't work at WWE. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Good old Bruce and Conrad and Singh brothers. Oh, I mean, we are enjoying some amazingly good times in WWE right now.
Of course. Got top talent everywhere we look.
Yep.
Mostly being utilized pretty well.
Pretty well. Those people who are being utilized well, they're being used really well for the most part.
Yeah.
Even Roman Reigns is in a good angle with Samoa Joe.
But Braun Strowman's not finished with him. Pulling up in the ambulance,
Not
looking
finished.
like Dean Ambrose.
He's not finished with the big dog. It might be his yard, but he doesn't care. He's not finished with Roman Reigns, not by a long shot.
No. Giving him a running power slam.
He's going to give him a whole lot more when I'm thinking they're going to probably go eye to eye, toe to toe, face to face at SummerSlam.
Although, didn't Roman announce that he was having a Universal title match? Or something coming up? He basically was just like, I'm in a match. I want my match, because it's my yard.
I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he got interrupted by a guy named Joe.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I think. And that up and down burial by Roman Reigns on Joe, saying that he's not Samoan and that he doesn't recognize him, is
I don't know, is there any story behind that, or are they just working us, because he's just not a part of the family that Roman's from?
Well, Ian, considering this past week on SmackDown, we heard the WWE superstars not once, but twice make reference to the internet fans. I think the writers have finally caught on. Finally. Or what I should say is, I think Vince has finally started listening to the writers who had caught on sometime ago.
What makes you say that?
Well, they're actually acknowledging us internet fans for the first time.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, when Carmella cutting her promo, she basically was talking right to the internet fans. 100%.
Well, I mean, they got the tweeter sending them tweets out.
That's right.
Huh?
What?
What?
Do you think Jerry Jarrett is on Twitter?
Maybe. If he is, go follow him. You.
Following the buzzards for another week in WWE, Bray Wyatt is now entangled in a largely uninteresting feud with Seth Rollins.
Pretty much.
And a scandalous behind-the-scenes drama with Jimmy.
Roll Tide?
Well, tied on that. Also on Raw, we saw Matt and Jeff have a pretty good match, facing off against. No, remind me. It was Cesaro and Sheamus faced off against the Titus brand. Oh, of course. Matt and Jeff faced the Club, and the result was highly predictable.
Yeah, basically.
Club can't buy a win, can they?
No. Can't do it. Tough luck. They need their captain.
Styles?
Yeah. Well, a captain.
Balor? Someone?
Yeah. Somebody save them. Those poor men.
Yeah,
the soldiers. They need direction.
Yeah, those are soldiers right there. They
Yeah.
need a general.
A phenomenal general. In my opinion. In my humble opinion.
Someone who is American. And someone who is poised.
To be mean and make green.
That's right. And take that United States title off of Kevin Owens, presumably.
Yeah.
Some talking smack. We saw the phenomenal one. Make it pretty clear that he wants that United States gold. And he claims to intend to have a top tier, how did he put it? Open challenge every week for the United States title.
Like John Cena.
Yeah. But AJ would never say that guy's name.
No.
That's him saying that, Styles.
Because AJ is the face that runs
Yes.
the champ. That runs the camp.
He doesn't care as much about hustle, loyalty, and respect.
No.
A lot more about making money, cashing
Checks and championships.
cashing checks, and representing the interests of the. We're, I think, just about ready to chuck our diamonds up for another episode. If there's nothing else you wanted to bring up.
No, I can't think of anything else other than, Enzo and Cass splitting up. It finally happened. The betrayal. The single tear out of Enzo Amore's eye. He thought there was more to it. He said there's more to it, man, than the video footage.
The rare time where a drawn out, really complicated angle played out over multiple episodes on WWE television actually pays off in a meaningful and sensible way. Good job.
He's the reason Cass never won a title. Ugh, right in the heart.
Right in the heart. The emotion. Great job, guys.
And then putting him down with a big boot.
Of course.
Big Cass's own big boot.
What was running through my mind was Enzo thinking this is the first time Big Cass has ever big booted me.
I know. So this is what it feels like.
This is what it feels like.
I hope that it leads to good things in the future for Enzo.
Hey, they both deserve it.
Yeah, they both do. But I feel like Enzo is more likely to get the Raw deal. in
Probably.
this situation.
History hasn't been kind to shorter wrestlers.
No, it's
And-
unfortunate.
And Vince has a type.
But who knows? Maybe he'll find his niche somewhere.
He might.
Maybe we'll end up back in NXT and he'll do really well
Don't say
there.
stuff like that.
Or maybe he'll go to 205 Live. I don't know.
He was 206, you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
He stated that pretty succinctly.
You're right.
The fact is that Enzo is, despite being extremely cocky and charismatic and really entertaining, he's a smaller guy.
Mm-hmm.
And Vince has a type. And the type is basically Lana. And,
Or Roman.
Sure. And Roman.
Well, I mean, not so much in recent times.
That's right. Who's Vince's male darling right now? The Sheets claim it's Noam Dar for some reason.
Interesting. I don't know.
Maybe Joe?
Yeah, maybe.
Could be. But I have a feeling that in the coming weeks, we're going to find out. You know who it is? Actually, it just came to me. It's probably Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, yeah.
The kind of reactions he's getting. The best babyface reactions in the entire company.
Mm-hmm. What about Braun Strowman? Because he's huge.
He's huge. But he's a little bit green.
Yeah, he is.
He's a little bit more seasoned.
And it needs to be a little bit more yellow. Like a delicious, delectable, potassium-filled banana.
That's right. Which is
Shoutouts to Austin Aries.
That's right. And Banana's incredible WrestleMania main event next year.
Mhm.
Against Dexter. Can't wait.
Yeah, can't wait.
Surely that must be it.
What?
For the show. Wrestling Ramble.
Yeah,
We out?
yeah.